Welcome to The Brief. This week we interviewed Claudia Mahler. She is the UN Special Rapporteur on the rights of older people. This week marks the biggest win for the Human Rights Council in Geneva because they will start drafting a legally binding instrument to protect the civil and political rights of the aging population. How old is old? 65, 85, 45? Yes, ageism is rampant in many labor markets around the world. The elderly, I'm told we should not avoid to use the word as it denotes frailty, but in reality, the treatment of older people in many societies fragilizes them before time. From pushing older women from the labor markets to the patronizing of the above 55 in matters of embracing new technologies, that is a very sad reality. That contributes to health problems, depression, and a lower quality of life overall. Perhaps now that millennials are getting older, there will be changes on the way societies perceive the older, the experienced, the eager to share their wisdom. Listen to my interview and don't forget to subscribe. I'm really excited to hear that after all. So, Victor, Congratulations. I know all the work you've done behind the scenes because now we have on the works. Tell us a little bit, explain to us what is going to happen next. We're going to have a treaty.
And as you know, after 14 years discussion in New York, we are very happy that we now, after a short period, have a resolution which focuses on which established a working group which will start drafting of a legally binding instrument. And this working group is states-driven, which is perfectly, but it will also include civil society organizations as well as national human rights institutions and different special procedure mandates. So I think we'll get the best of all different views. Also older persons will have the chance to speak there. So we hope that we get a legally binding instrument quite soon, whatever this means in regards of the UN. So the next step will be a meeting where all the specific stakeholders come together and design how the working group would look like. So it will be the establishment of the working group, a working meeting.
Of the processes, right?
Exactly.
Like working groups have to be divided among country members, a mix of country members and other stakeholders, focusing on one aspect or another, right? Because there's lots to be
done, but the good thing is we already have 14 years of work. So a lot of paper and a lot of elaboration is already there. So I think it is crucial, as you said, we also need a good chair for the working group to support the work as best as possible. And then we'll see what we get. But I think we also need to be realistic that in these times of budget constraints, it might be difficult to set up the whole thing as fast and as good as we hope it will look like. But still, we are very happy and it is a major step in the right direction.
It is, right? So when is it scheduled already for the next meeting of the parties that will be coming together to discuss the working group and the processes that take place?
Unfortunately not. I would love to share this with you already, but if I hear something for the establishment of the working group, I will keep you in the loop. But I think it is a major step and we are going in the right direction. And as you might have seen, we got more, or the resolution got more than 60 co-sponsors till now. So more than half of the council members also co-sponsored. So it was really a good experience to see that the whole topic gets now much more support here in Geneva than it did in New York.
Yes, it is fantastic, right? That you have country members too, stepping up to the plate, right? Recognizing that their populations, the demographics changing. We need to find ways to support the elderly, right? After all, they have worked all their lives. They have supported society. Women in particular too have been, putting in lots of hours of unpaid labor, raising children, taking care of the family, and still working too outside of the house, right? It's like
there's a lot of intersectional issues,
right? That most people don't realize, the amount of work it goes into raising a child and making sure she goes to school. Well, we are really, really pleased here at the brief to hear that this is going forward, and I'm looking forward to following up the works, and hopefully we won't take more than 2-3 years, you'd say would take something like that typically.
Actually I think it might be a little bit more, but if we are quite fast it might be 3, but I guess it might be more.
Yes, but then I will keep talking about it, so that maybe will help accelerate. News I like to do it.
I hope so too, and I hope I can also come back with good news when the next session starts. So we will see if there will already be the first meeting, but I'm not 100% sure. I guess that hopefully the first meeting will be in September as well. When I also present my next report in the Human Rights Council, and then we can start with full energy.
Right, and then the meetings will take place in Geneva and New York, or just Geneva?
Just in Geneva, under the auspices of the Human Rights Council. And I think it's also good because here are the human rights experts.
Right, yes, absolutely. That will make sense. So that is very good news, and so I'm looking forward to seeing you again in September. And thank you so much for taking a moment to speak with the brief about this important milestone in your work. Thank you so much, Claudia.
Thank you, Maya, for your interest.
Special Rapporteur for the UN Human Rights Council.